Hey you guys, welcome to my Venus through Sign series. This is for Venus and Pisces. So if in your birth chart Venus is sitting in the sign of Pisces, this message is for you. If you don't know where your Venus is sitting, because this is a Venus reading, you can go to astro.com, enter in your birth time, day, location, so that it can generate a free birth chart for you. You can put 12 p.m. if you don't know your exact birth time, that's fine. And yes, sometimes both your Sun and Venus can be sitting in the same sign. The message will still apply to you. Now, those of you that do know your exact birth time, also if you have Pisces as your 7th house, making you Virgo rising, then this message would apply to you as well. And I use whole signs. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin here. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity from them. Those of you that would like to book a personal or private reading, you would email TemajTarot@gmail.com. That information is in the description box below. I only do the phone readings when I post that announcement video on YouTube that says taking phone calls now. If you don't see that little black screen video, that means I'm not currently taking calls at the moment. So let's go ahead and get started here. We have the heart of the matter central issue as the moon, which is the energy of Pisces. We have the world. We have the hermit, which would be Virgo rising. We have the Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Magician, the Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I feel that here, we feel that there's a need to confront your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. There's something brewing deep within. I feel like you're trying to figure something out about yourself that you haven't yet mastered, you haven't figured out. So I see those of you that study astrology, you're really looking at your chart, you're really trying to figure things out because you're confused about your life, or you're confused about your path. Maybe you're confused about a love interest, so you want to know, are you guys supposed to be together? Maybe you're confused about your career, and so you're studying astrology to help you figure that out. Whatever the case, I feel like there's a need for you to dig deep within these next couple of weeks. There's a need for you to confront your fears. The way for these things, for you to confront your anxieties, is to deal with it. If you are one that suffers from anxieties, don't deny it. Don't run from it. Just face it, embrace it. Say, damn it, I suffer from anxieties. I hate it. Just like, what was that Kanye said? I'm bipolar. I hate being bipolar. It's awesome. It's kind of like, you know, just kind of dealing with it the best way you can. If you have to be jokey with it like that, then, you know, do that. If you need to tell people or share this with people, if you've been hiding it, maybe it's time for you to put that into the spotlight, put it out in the open. But I feel like you need, any type of way you need to confront your fears, just do it by admitting to it. Admit it within yourself first. And that is part of the healing process. That's a way for it to get rid of these anxieties. Also, I'm seeing this as you guys maybe having some sort of dreams, like you've been having some sort of dreams that you can't make sense of, and you've really been trying to get down to the bottom of it. Like, what does that mean? You know, especially if you've been dreaming about water, or you've been dreaming about clear blue skies. Maybe it's somewhere between night and day in your dreams, or maybe the colors are very unusual, like you're having like these really wild experiences when you go to sleep. There's a need for you to just kind of figure out what that is. Like, what does this all mean? I feel like a lot of you are confused about your purpose and your path. Like, you really want to have an understanding of that. And you are evolving. You are growing spiritually here. I do feel like you are getting ready to complete some sort of major cycle or lesson in your life, so that you can move on to the next one. Now, just because we have spiritual awakenings and we go through these lessons, the lessons never end. It's just that now we're aware of them. Some of the lessons are easy, some are harder. So I feel like you're still going to have to go through another lesson, but there is one cycle that is coming to an end. So you are going to have closure about something. If this isn't something spiritual, and I just saw 511 on my timer, which would also multiply, would be 55. I don't know if that number is significant to anyone. And you guys, I'm not just shouting out random numbers. When I'm talking about numbers, I'm talking about numbers that are recognized as being master numbers or angel numbers. So really, that 11 could be very significant for some of you. Some of you are finding your spiritual calling. Some of you are being connected with your twin flame. So I just feel like if that is significance, you know, then that will help bring some sort of clarity for you all. Now, too, what I'm seeing is something about someone taking some sort of spiritual trip, or some trip is going to help you spiritually grow or evolve here. Maybe some of you are talking about traveling the world, or like I always mention that movie Eat, Pray, Love. I don't know, maybe for some of you, you feel like taking some sort of trip to help you find who you are. You're like, I feel like I need to go to Bali. I feel like I need to go to Nepal. I feel like I need to go to here. Like your spirit is drawing, calling to you to travel or to take some sort of trip. And it is going to be for your spiritual growth. I almost feel like even if you just took a damn trip to Florida, like for whatever reason, that's part of your destiny. That's part of your journey. Like there's something there for you. There's something that's going to help you learn and understand yourself more. So you are going to be brought to some sort of clarity here. I feel like a lot of you are going to be doing some sort of research on ancient wisdom, hidden places, ancient Kemet, you know, like you're doing some sort of research about that. You're doing research about your heritage and where you come from. So I'm getting like a lot of messages here, a lot of energy here. Also, for some of you, you may have been, things have been revealed to you through your dream or through sleep. So I feel like there's a lot of spiritual messages. Now, on a mundane level, some of you could be connecting to someone and you don't understand where this connection is coming from. What is this? I hate random text messages. Yeah, for some of you, you might be afraid of a connection that you're having with someone. But little do you know, this person is here to assist you on your spiritual path or your spiritual journey. Or this person is being a mirror image of the things that you fear the most. So because this person has come into your life, they're helping you overcome your anxieties or your emotional I don't know, your emotional issues that you could be having. Maybe you've been having some sort of mood swings. Maybe you discovered that you're an empath. You're discovering that you actually have a gift and you're not really depressed, but you're actually picking up energies of other people. So that might also be a reason why you like to hide and retreat to yourself a lot, because you're trying to block out all these emotions that you tap into unexpectedly. There may be a need for you to learn how to set boundaries with that. I don't know how you would do that. But if you're an empath and you're, you know, sometimes you get confused. There's a blurred line between where your emotions begin and where they end. You know, whose emotions are you tapping into? Who are you picking up on? You know, you need to distinguish that. You're like, am I crying because I'm sad, or am I crying because someone else around me is sad? Am I crying because I'm sad, or am I crying because something bad is about to happen? I'm gonna tell you another weird thing that happened between me and my daughter one time. She was feeling sick. Like, she was just like out of the blue, she just started feeling sick. And she was like, oh, my throat is sore, you know, this and that. And she was coughing and all of this type of stuff. So, you know, I'm like, oh, go drink some tea. You know, I guess, you know, that's just normal. You just came into this new environment, whatever. So the next morning, she's fine. But then I'm the one that starts to get ill and develop a full illness. You know, I'm coughing, I'm taking my Theraflu, I got a fever. And mine actually lasted. So I felt like what happened was that she was like an empath, like that was able to tap into my oncoming illness. That also could be something that you're experiencing. I don't know what you would call that. It's like a psychic. It's some form of being a psychic, but you when you pick up other people's illnesses that aren't your own and you take them on as your own, and it's like, oh, that wasn't your sickness, you just felt what I was getting ready to feel, you know. So there's something in regards to that as well. There's a need for you to figure that out. Some of you are confused about what to do, what direction to take career-wise. Either way, I feel like it's time for you to move on from a situation, like you're outgrowing something here. Whether you're outgrowing your position, you're outgrowing a relationship, you're outgrowing the identity that you once had, because it's time for you to adapt something new. It's time for you to move on to something new. It's time for you to learn something new. Romantically, it looks like there is some sort of strong connection that you're having with someone, but they keep sending mixed signals, or maybe you guys both keep sending mixed signals. Someone is trying to cover up the fact that they're attracted to you, or you know, you find someone staring at you, so you approach them and you're like, I just happened to notice that you were looking over at me, and they're like, no, it's a clock over your head. That was in a movie, by the way. But yeah, it's something like that. Someone who is sending mixed signals or playing mind games, and then it leaves you feeling rejected or left out. And they're like, I could have swore that they were into me. I could have swore that they were. And I feel that intuitively you are right. But this person is afraid for whatever reason. I don't know why they're afraid to be with you or to approach you. But I'm seeing someone who's very insecure, someone that has trust issues, someone that has abandonment issues, someone that has some sort of past trauma. You've experienced something that you don't realize is traumatic. And so it triggers your anxieties, especially this person, they awaken these anxieties and these past experiences. So maybe these past traumas were from a past life, or maybe it's something from your childhood. Maybe it's discovering that you were adopted at a late age. It's like, why didn't you tell me, you know, sooner? Like that's traumatic. Maybe you're having memories about, you know, not feeling loved by your mom or your dad. And it's just like coming to realize that. So I feel like something is resurfacing. So if you find yourself being over emotional this week or within these next 2 weeks, it could be because you are remembering something that you've buried deep down in your subconscious, and it's resurfacing. So I don't know what that is. It could be anything, but it's just resurfacing here. Some of you have an intense fear of rejection too, and I don't know why, because I feel like you know, you might be very, very attractive, or maybe your love interest is very, very attractive, but for whatever reason, they're traumatized by being rejected. And I've told this story before, but it could be a situation where like a mother had a very beautiful son or daughter, and she was just like, girl, my child not finna be conceited, or I want them to be humble. So they never complimented the child, or never or always pointed out their flaws instead of calling them beautiful, and, you know, pointing out things that were beautiful. And you might now realize that, hey, that traumatized me, that hurt, you know. So I feel like for some of you, you know, even if you're very attractive or your love interest is, somebody really has some sort of fear of rejection or feeling left out or unaccepted some type of way. Now, what I'm also getting is that some of you, if this in regards to love, like you are tapping into someone's energy, so you have like a strong telepathic connection with someone. It's a very spiritual connection. Like you guys have been communicating through each other's dreams, or this person sends you messages through, instead of just saying directly how they feel, they send indirect messages, like sending you a song or posting up a song and then not even telling you it's for you, but they just feel, they like, I got a feeling they'll know it's for them. And it's like, okay, damn, is that for me? It's like, I know it's for me, but damn, I would really like to know for sure if that was for me. So I feel like there is communication between you and another person, but it's indirect. And it's through ways of confusion. It's just like, it's very indirect, so it has, they want to keep you mixed up too, because, and again, that might go back to their fear of rejection, or this could be your fear of rejection and the reason why you do things the way you do, just in case. It's a protective mechanism or defense mechanism where you do things just in case, like just in case they don't feel the same way, I'm not going to tag their name on it, or just in case, so someone is doing something for just in case they get rejected, then at least I didn't say 100% that I was talking about you, or, so someone is having a hard time confronting their love or admitting their love for another person. I don't know if I said it already, but there could be like two completely different energies or two different elements that you're drawn to, like you and this person are attracted to one another, but there's something about your energies that are completely opposite of one another. Whether it's a physical appearance or your upbringing, maybe one person was from the ghetto, one person was from Manhattan, I don't know, some is just so difference in class, difference in race, different in spirituality, different in weight, or whatever, there's just something different. But at the same time, with the temperance here, you guys mesh, you guys complement each other. This is a beautiful serenade. This is a beautiful combination of two different energies that are different but work well together. I also feel like you're going to be, you guys, I don't know what it is with a lot of the readings I've done today. Everybody wants to connect telepathically instead of direct. You guys are choosing to send messages through dreams, or, with the postings or something, instead of just being bold and saying, damn it, I want to be with you. So I feel like too, like there is some sort of cycle that is coming to an end. I'm getting endings here. So there are cycles that are ending and cycles that are beginning. I feel like the month of Aquarius is going to bring about change. It's supposed to be for the next couple of weeks. If it doesn't happen within by the end of the month during Aquarius season, then this is talking about moving into that next season. For me anyway, this is talking about moving into that next season, which would be Pisces season. Now also I see something in regards to a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you yourself might be Pisces with Venus in Pisces. Or you could be Sagittarius with Venus in Pisces. You may be dealing with Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo. Maybe a Virgo. I'm seeing two people who cared very deeply for one another. Very, very deeply. There's a lot of romantic feelings. There are a lot of passionate feelings between two people. For two people too, I get that the feelings are so deep, that's what keeps you apart. It's like, it's scary to be that connected to somebody, and so two people might be trying to keep their distance in order to keep control of a situation. Now also, those of you that this has nothing to do with love or romance, this is definitely tapping into your spiritual gifts, learning about it, developing it. maybe discovering that you have one, discovering that you can help or heal people. You might be using, elements of the earth to create rituals or spells in order to attract love into your heart, or maybe or into your life, or doing this for other people. Some of you might be going into the business, like you could be starting your own business, and maybe you are making soaps, maybe you're making jewelry, maybe you're making spells. I just feel like overall it's dealing with, esoteric things, witchy things, magical things. I also see someone playing matchmaker. So someone is connecting two people together because they know they're too afraid to speak on their own or too shy. So someone is just like, I'm going to bring you two together. Let me take it upon myself to bring you two together. And then also for some of you, it could be that someone they don't realize that they're playing matchmaker. They don't realize that they're the mediator between two people coming together and connecting. I don't know. Maybe it's just someone just thinks that they're introducing two friends together or two co-workers together. But they're playing their role. They're playing their spiritual role. Like that's part of their spiritual contract. Because of you or because of them, we are introducing two other people together that are meant to be together. So that also could be part of your message too. So I feel like too, you use your intuition and just go with the flow of things. Just allow things to play out and unfold the way they should. Because the Wheel of Fortune is saying that this is something that is meant to happen. This is part of your cycle. This is part of your destiny. So just allow it to play out. And the High Priestess basically says the same thing. She's like, listen to your intuition. If you've been having any type of dreams, those dreams there are messages in those dreams for you. And overall, just trust what you're feeling. What does your gut say? Go with it. Don't overthink it. Just go with it. Okay, so that is all that I am getting for those of you born with Venus in Pisces. I hope it made sense. I hope it resonates. Please feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and many blessings to you.